All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're throwing three giants of organizational quality into the ring for a head-to-head face-off. We're going to see how the absolute best companies in the world use these frameworks to get and keep a serious competitive edge. So, let's kick things off with a huge question, one that every leader loses sleep over. In a super competitive world, how do you build an organization that truly lasts? One that has real staying power. The answer isn't some magic bullet, it's really a whole philosophy. And that philosophy is called Total Quality Management, or TQM for short. And it's a really powerful idea, right? The goal is to get literally everyone in the company, from the very top all the way to the front lines, rowing in the same direction. A shared mission to make everything better, all the time, for the customer. All right, so let's meet our contenders. These are the three big, globally trusted frameworks that take that TQM philosophy and actually turn it into action. Think of them as the playbooks for excellence. So, you've got three champions in the ring, each with its own style. First, you've got Baldrige. That's the American powerhouse, all about results. Then there's EFQM, the European transformer, always looking ahead. And finally, you have ISO 9001, the global standard setter, the one that lays down the fundamental rules for quality. Okay, let's get a closer look at each of these contenders. We need to understand how they operate, what makes them tick, to really see how it all fits together. First up, Baldrige. So this framework is built around 7 key areas that all connect with each other: leadership, strategy, customers, you name it. It's a total 360-degree view of the organization. And it's all about pushing you to innovate, and this is the important part, to prove you're getting better with actual data. Yeah, that's the real key to Baldrige. It's obsessed with measurable outcomes. It's constantly asking, are we actually improving? Show me the numbers. And that focus, that's what makes you more agile and makes sure you're creating value that you can actually see. All right, next up is EFQM. Its secret weapon is something called radar logic. It's pretty cool. You figure out the R results you're aiming for, decide on the approaches to get you there, deploy them, and then you constantly assess and refine. It's this powerful loop of learning and improving. But where EFQM really shines is its focus on the big picture and the future. It's not just about hitting this quarter's numbers. It forces you to ask those tougher questions like, are we building something sustainable? Are we creating value for everyone involved? Our employees, our community, even the planet? It's all about making your organization resilient for the long haul. And our third champion, ISO 9001. Look, this one is the absolute foundation of global quality. It's a set of strict rules you can be audited against, and it's all built on that classic cycle, plan, do, check, act. You plan what you're going to do, you do it. You check to make sure it worked, and then you act to improve it. It's like the basic rhythm of quality management. And that really gets to the heart of what ISO 9001 is for. It's not about being the most innovative company on the block. It's about building a rock-solid, consistent, and trustworthy foundation. It's how you prove to your customers and to regulators that you've got your act together. All right, intros are over. Now for the main event. Let's put these three side by side and see where they really shine and where they differ. The biggest difference is what you're trying to achieve at the end of the day. Think of Baldrige and EFQM as trying to win a championship. You're competing to be recognized as the absolute best. ISO 9001? That's more like getting your driver's license. It's not about being the best driver in the world. It's about proving you meet the standard to be on the road. It's about certification. This little snapshot makes it all crystal clear. Just look at that focus row, results versus transformation versus consistency. But here's the real game changer. Baldrige and EFQM are what we call non-prescriptive. They give you a map but let you choose the route. They say, here's what you should think about, but not how to do it. ISO 9001 is prescriptive. It's a rule book. It says you must do this, this, and this to pass. See the difference? A flexible guide versus a strict set of rules. But wait. Here's the plot twist. After all this talk of a face-off, it turns out you don't actually have to pick a winner. In fact, the smartest companies don't. They see these frameworks not as rivals, but as a team. So here's the smart play. It's a two-step process. First, you lay the foundation. You use ISO 9001 to build a solid, concrete base of process discipline and control, everyone speaking the same language of quality. Then, once that foundation is set, you start building upwards. You use Baldrige or EFQM as your blueprint to reach for the sky, to focus on strategy, leadership, and true excellence. Okay, that's great in theory, But what does it mean for you? Let's get practical. Let's talk about a game plan you can actually use, starting now. So here's your 90-day plan. 2 things. Number 1, do a quick checkup against ISO 9001. Where are your gaps? Get that sorted. Number 2, get your leaders together. You need to decide which of the excellence models, Baldrige or EFQM, is going to be your North Star for the long haul. Which one fits your big picture strategy? Because at the end of the day, when you put these together, quality stops being just a box you have to check. It becomes your competitive advantage. It's how you build an organization that's resilient, that's innovative, and that's built to last. So your excellence journey starts right now. The only question is, what's your first move?